What's going on, everybody? My name's RAMMY 2000, and today I am going to be playing Not for Broadcasting. This game I have played last episode. I did the first version of this. I'm literally playing this as soon as I finished playing the first bit. So this is gonna get more complicated, I'd expect. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. What the fuck is that?
That's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Let's go with that one. Let's go with, yeah, screw it. Put that one in. I want to see what that one is.
Right,
Okay.
you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again. And the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Now you're in auto headline mode, so if you don't bother to pick a photo before that clock runs out, the machine's just going to pick one at random for you. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully. And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time off, I'll be back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
Snuggle hugs.
That's the best.
Oh no.
Yeah, I wouldn't get one of those.
Oh no.
Theirs gets really
This is
loud.
gonna go
Is this territory
awful.
that dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight: destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising
Okay,
living
that was a good
standards
one.
for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of
Give us a
23,
gambling one.
becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and
Top of her class in university. Just gambling on the table.
The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash, intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely
Okay,
pair.
so far so
In
good.
a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush,
Big prop.
one of the capital's hottest clubs.
I'm gonna do this good. I'm gonna do this
Out
good.
celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye, Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an Advance-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay, I nailed it. Oh no. Oh. Wait, no. Ooh. Okay.
In the wake of
We nailed it.
the
We nailed it.
enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is Right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers
Nailing
have faced
this.
since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the
I
first
thought paedophile
step.
would have been the censor.
Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the national nightly news.
1 minute back.
All right, let's see what this is
I
then.
think they might do some good.
Kids, you love them, we love them, and they just love
Mr. Skylark! Yeah!
with his state-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you can't,
I don't know what's the mess with that.
and his incredible real action.
Right, mate, Christ, I'm absolutely fucking flying, I tell you. How's it going, actually? Fuck it, I don't care, I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later, bye!
I'm just saying I'll do what I
What?
can, that's all.
Bullshit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said I put a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Is little JD scared of the big bird caught you with water?
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
1.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg?
We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? Albeit my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for
Not
a return
again.
to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned
Okay.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Delia, could you
Oh, I
give me a
missed
little
the
help, please, dear?
Center.
As I was saying,
What
Jesus
the
didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral
yes.
decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box,
Oh my
Clive.
God.
Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space. Off
And
you go.
whose
Back
responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said get
Clive,
in your
I am
gimp
not
space.
having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive! You
As I was saying, Jeremy,
such a
moral
naughty boy.
decay.
Sit.
Crime is the
Don't
responsibility of the
concentrate.
criminal. No one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-,
Oh my
does
God,
she go
she's
to
whipping
King's
him.
School? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us.
Jesus.
And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing a swan. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Way! Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Way! Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Way! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris,
Oi, oi.
Little Chris,
Oi, oi.
and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez.
Oh, what's going on? Why has it gone weird?
It's inherently unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this?
Sopen!
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's police that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we were literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
This has gotten weird real quick.
Looks alright, I've got this. I'm sure he's on his way.
I don't know what's going on half the time.
10 seconds, everybody.
I'm just trying to concentrate.
Gonna open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5.
Okay.
4. 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre.
It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle
I
believed
just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
and teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
Yeah. That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grants?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly, but we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears.
Tears.
Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone.
Alone.
Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist! Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some pork.
This is really hard because there's too many things going on.
Will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah!
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
What does that mean?
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be free.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice choice to be made. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel laps. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum if for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my
I don't know if I'm doing this properly.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes! Oh, oh, oh.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
One and now.
And we're out.
Oh Jesus!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Okay, well that was interesting. Okay. A star. Come on. Yeah, nailed it. Okay, A+, good. I'm still broke. Wait, no? I'm just in worrying debt now. Okay, cool. Continue. It's still up. The world still likes it, and they still like me at working there. Cool. Now I wanted to check the rush for Law and Order. No, it wasn't Law and Order. Oh, that was the argument. That would have been the bunch of Law and Order. That would have been the Gimp. That would have been the wife leaving. Yeah, I don't think there was any secrets in there I had to find. So I'm gonna continue. That went from 0 to 100 really quick. Like, I don't know. I didn't know this game was going to be like that. But, yeah, so I don't know if I need to censor that or not. But it was literally just a woman came into the place and started whipping a guy that was in the cupboard. Which was really weird. And, I'm hoping it's not going to be like that for the rest of the game. because otherwise it's going to take me ages to censor everything out. I didn't realize this game was going to be like that. So you could get used to it. Ticket arrived on Monday. Tyler, thank you from. You'll get your passport back soon enough, apparently. The show isn't usually okay. Opera. It sounds awful. Yeah. It's at his friend's house. You trust Charlie. He'll be home soon. It's a school night, so you go over there and march him home. You notice a 14-year-old son isn't home. Yeah, he's 14. I'm not going to let him. By the time you reach the house, it's boiling over. On seeing you, Charlie loses it and tells you in no certain terms where you can shove your ride home. You end up a full-blown argument in front of his friend and their parents. It starts to rain as you drive. Both are silently fuming. I want to be the one who decides what I do, not you. It's not fair. Well, bro, you're 14. He has learning boundaries. You ground him, or there's been enough bad blood tonight. Go easy on him. I wouldn't ground him for this. You were young once, and really, he's a good kid. Yeah. What Sam doesn't know won't hurt them. Day 42. Second reminder of the letter. That's what matters, you hope. Cool. A tight Christmas. The snow is settled on the grass. Christmas really can be a wonderful time of year. It really can. I love Christmas. You look around the room at your family. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You stay silent. You make a toast. Make a toast. You raise a questionable eyebrow. You know, me and my friends were planning to go travel this year. Susie began recently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. I laugh. You wish you could say yes without worrying, but now that your mother's had to move in, things aren't quite as simple anymore. Only a few hundred, she mumbles. This is a great opportunity for her, and I did already say she could go. We'll find out a way. I feel very lucky. 72. A long weekend. The answer machine. Okay. Thanks. Needless to say, I'm expecting your audience tomorrow, or attendance, sorry, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Ignore the message. Apologize profusely and your spouse, but you really should go into work. Grab the car keys and they dash the start of the bag to the back. Well, we're just about to leave, so ignore the message. Yeah, I know. I'm working to return. Was it worth it? I don't know, was it? So you won't have to do anything anymore. You sign the position slip. Yeah, why not? Some guy at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? Free tickets are free tickets. He's a character and it'll be hilarious if nothing else. I don't think so. This guy is a nut job. Yeah, go. Free tickets are free tickets. But the letter was incredibly familiar. Advanced logo and urgent. Respond immediately. This letter is to inform you that the advanced government has taken another step forward in the fight for equality by every household will become a partner in one of three. Carefully. Eye of the Beholder Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetic, clothes, we see the beauty in all of our customers. Here's the feel limited. Always steal from Okay. Okay. Well, that's going to be the end of this episode of Not for Broadcast. So yeah, like I said, this video, this day was very strange, and it looks like there's a lot more story than just being a TV presenter, kind of. So I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. I'm hoping it's not going to be to the point where I need to censor everything, because I don't even know if I'm allowed to show a GIMP on YouTube. I don't think I'm allowed, so I might have to cover it. I might get away with it, but I don't know. It's a bit risky. So yeah, I'll find out about that, and you'll probably see in the video if I censor it or not. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the RAMMY YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in a bit. RAMMY out. See you guys later.